I want to do a part 2 about favor, because I don't know why, but for a reason I'm convicted to speak about this. I couldn't record all of it in the first video, and if you've not watched my first video, please do so, because it's the only way you're going to relate with this. Now, as you pray for favor, I want you to try this new strategy. You see, when it is still early in the morning before dawn, wake up that hour and pray prayer for favor. Pray favor prayer. Yes. The Bible says in the book of Mark chapter 1 verse 35, very early in the morning, when it was still dark, underline when it was still dark, that is between 3 and 5 a.m. when it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. You see, the beauty of praying between 3 to 5 a.m. is a solitary time. And this time, the spiritual realm is open. This is the time the heavens are open for you. This is the time you decree and declare favor upon your life, favor upon your family, favor upon your children. Learn to maximize that time. Because after 6, a lot is already happening. Life, it's like you're trying to catch up with God. But in that solitary time, that time you'll hear God. So make it a habit to wake up when it is still dark, between that time, and pray favor prayers. The Bible says, and this is why I want you to show you the importance of favor. The Bible says in the book of Psalms chapter 44 verse 3, for they did not gain possession of the land by their own sword. So they got possessions of land, not by their own sword. These are the Israelites. They didn't get the possession of land, the land of Canaan. Remember, it was not their land. This was land that was occupied by the Canaanites. They were the legal people of that land. Yet God gave this land to them, to the Israelites. Like foreigners are coming to your place and they possess your land, not because of their sword, nor did their own arm save them, but it was your right hand. So pray the right hand. God may uphold you with his righteous right hand, your arm and the light of your countenance. It was because of God's right hand. It was because the right hand, as I said previously, it is the invisible mighty hand of God that is at work, that is propelling things to work in your favor without knowing. So God is removing the rightful people to your places. Imagine everything you desire people have it. So you need God to favor you toward those people. Now, the Bible continues to say, and the light of your countenance, because it was because of these 3 things, the right hand, the arm of God, and because God raised his countenance on them. And I pray God will raise his countenance on you. May he look at you with the eyes of mercy. As undeserving as you are, as unqualified as you are, as less fortunate as you are, I pray he may look at you with the eyes of, he may raise his countenance on you, and he may look at you with the eyes of mercy, because you favored them. That is the word telling us the Israelites owned possessions of land because God favored them. What is it that you desire, my brother and my sister? The moment God favors you, you are going to have it. Pray. Ask God for favor. The Bible says in the book of Esther chapter 2 verse 17, the king loved Esther more than all other women. Joshua Selman always said, who hates you in this system doesn't matter, but who loves you matters. Let me prove it to you. And she obtained grace and favor. You know, not only will God give you favor, the moment God's favor is upon your life, you will also obtain grace. And you know what grace is? Grace is having which you don't deserve. You don't deserve that promotion, but you end up sitting on that managerial seat. Everybody disqualifies you for it, but then God qualifies you. That's what grace looks like. Is when you get what you don't deserve. That's the definition of grace. You get that which you don't deserve. You know you don't come from a privileged background. You know you don't anyone in the government. Yet God chooses you to sit in those government seats. God makes you dine with kings and the queens. Yet you come from the ashes. Yes, you are a child of a peasant mother and a peasant father, yet God makes you dine with the kings. That's what grace looks like. So God's favor comes along with the grace. And where grace is, provision is. The grace of God is sufficient. The Bible continues and says, what? In his sight, and you see now this is Esther obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins. So there were other virgin girls, but Esther apparently obtains grace and favor. So he set his royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. You see, who hates you doesn't matter, but who loves you. The moment the king favored and loved Esther, the next thing we know about Esther, she became a queen. The moment Boaz set the eyes on Ruth and favored and accepted Ruth, the next thing we know, she's the owner of the piece of land. So you have no idea what is going to happen when the rightful people look at you and favor you. You may be the next great person that is just walking around. Let God's favor become evident in your life. May God's favor open doors that your qualification will never open for you. I love you, and God bless you.